When he was picked, Saturday night, they kept him at the airport in a certain office.
Okay. The immigration official.
Yes. I know that office very well.
Ebusia mama akwaba emfa umbra Ghana SMTVGH. Mesra will like, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification also on so that anytime I post a video, bit say we out. Hopes na doye. Oh. Chale, otan new. Otan enye baku say. Because nyame honi say otan to me mani pe Jimmy. Yeah. Obi otan on. You would think say you are doing somebody, but you are doing yourself. And that is what I'm seeing with Papa Efren Adoye. Because Papa Anka Papa Yenemna Sanka because Obia now ultimately sorry to the Pepenswa ultimately parliamentary candidate MIMPPA. Sena Jumundo Kakra. But ever since Papa we decided to never see a MPP for so. So kwa join party be a party in any future bia say nya bootlick in aka. I don't know what else that will become of that party. Party once a party has won power pe and tente mo kwa so mo kwa share nipa we win no na omudi omo agenda no manipa no mo amuhwe no a transformational agenda amuse mudi ko majo mama his excellency no. Are you seeing even one chapter? Chapter cry also one paragraph I will mukra omudi ejuma. It should tell you something, said Debbie. Nkrofo amuba no, omusi omudi omadwan amudeba. But to see what you and I are saying is say, nyasam bia na adwinchira adwan amudia ba sa omudi bo my name. But who Papa Efren Hɔpeson, he will not concentrate on the matter. What is obvious to everybody? Adia say obi anem say ni say na asem see no. Papa we nkwan de o say Debbie. Papa wait me sorry continue GTV. See, Dennis Miracles Abuajeno. Abra ye chino. Ewo airport hono muna. Wa ye video declaring intention. Papa we bibi hawa na. Debbie. Maybe bibi ha papa no. That is the only explanation I can give to the fact say what is obvious for all of us. Say Saturday anopa. Enna Dennis Miracles Abuaje release video no. Ebra release video no kwa na oni krom ha. Mimi e sure kra say nya onu kwa na release video no because one Facebook account say no obetimi awo nkofo bebria omoye various nkofo also aye editors. Nkofo bi betimi awo so omoye administrators and all. And the people can post something on your page on your behalf. Papa Hɔpeson onim sa de onim. Na dwemu say Facebook account because nipa no din na was unti there's a nipa na say post idea. Nana Akufo-Addo His Excellency Mapenda no on account. Do you think Nana Akufo-Addo post things on his Facebook account himself? But because Ajuni swa or tiny Ajuna by how can you even say that? And there is a host to the program. Host to a program no so the host was watching. Host no was watching. Ghana and journalism no. Ginya me plastic chairs.
When he was picked, Saturday night, they kept him at the airport in a certain office.
Okay. The immigration official.
Yes. I know that office very well. So when I saw the video of him saying he's trying to contest, I watched the background and said, this office. So I thought maybe they did the video abroad before coming.
Okay.
So after he was arrested, he decided to beat everybody. So in that office at the airport, he did that video. I have decided to contest the national communication officer and put it out.
That video was done at the airport?
They didn't hear them say, at the moment miracles declare, few minutes later, they arrested him. Someone who was coming from abroad. When did he do that video? When was he posted?
Before he left for abroad.
He was arrested before doing that video. In that security office, which is an offense.
Well, I haven't seen the evidence of that proving that he was in that security.
He posted the video Sunday morning. He did that video Sunday morning at the Kotoka International Airport because he has been arrested. He wants a way so that the people will say, oh, it's political persecution. You cannot beat the state.
It's Ghana for 2 years as Kakanenie. Aya been the regional minister Dr. Frank Amwakwene Ekate Sodone, deputy CEO of Get Fund, any Drombonso in the MP. Aha no mokate sword. Ghana for any video and wash share. My baby PMO Drombonso. Such a front prince. I was Ashanti region. Now most idea we are construction of College of Health Sciences, Allied Health Science College, nursing training. President of Ghana John Dramani Mama His Excellency. Unya president no true Get Fund. Omi omadu say obu person mu si college, health college, Allied Health College. Yes in Ashanti region. Na baby e ba be see no such a front prince wo Drombonso. We better say we find from Ejoso, Dwabin, Efijase, Kumawu, then waba such a front prince Drombonso. Ada Ayɛka te sword no na mo ha bi. That time regional minister Dr. Frank Amwakwene Get Fund administrator and the deputy mpanifo. Ba na me ba ye ahamu se mabubu anyina da me say ade we kura na afu enwura age afa. Eti pesa me dem ko site wona mo hwe a Get Fund for share such a front prince for 24 months, that's 2 years. Omo complete Allied Health College nursing training at the ama Ashanti region for the ama Drombonso for ama habi no. Ya ko hwe dwumadi na ekoso no. Ghana for 2 ani asase kakra nanie. Aya been the regional minister Dr. Frank Amwakwene Ekate Sodone, deputy CEO of Get Fund, any Drombonso in the MP. Aha no mokate sword. Na me gina habi because na ya me de say you see about be health college nursing training be wo Ashanti region ti bi papa ba Ashanti region na pese me behwe bi 6 months and I'm saying na me ba be say dwumadi na ekose but me ba ye asase ne da wo pratai ada ye ba ya Ayɛka te sword krampo no na sunfui ye dwiso but nei aso nyina afu nti minim say contractor no na government this calma no on farm machine ma site o se Get Fund so na releases can ma contractor because am wan say and now me ba say me be dwumadie na ma bo education ministry abaso ma bo Get Fund for abaso ma bo president abaso no me ba asase ne da ho machine bi any site but obo o masisi post a obi atwem onim si ye adwuma wa but asase da wa asase nifu ti ya ba say the president of Ghana ya ba say education ministry honorable Eluna Ijusu education minister Get Fund administrator deputy say mo ba ha be share Asante Manbo mo be share Ashanti region but say mo ba be si Allied Health College nursing training our Ashanti region na baby aba e such a front prince ti asre say and na ya say ba be 6 months the adwuma na ekon because adwuma no mo kate sword me na mo ha regional minister Dr. Frank Amwakwene kura hu sana mo ha bi e ni gisem ayebo hu da no se bibi papa say ba be koso Ashanti region but na e ba ha yi machine ba kokura ni site block ba kokura ni site asase kakraka Drombonso man hene de ma abamu mpanifo amokate so de ni gi say ye ba be si because me wa Get Fund deputy administrator na shebo say enu 2 years kra ye be wi adwuma yi ba eko 6 months ti eba say Get Fund Ministry for Education menyini say ade ama sign contractor aba people mu a contractor aba be kan nsem ministry aba be kan nsem Get Fund kan nsem regional minister kan nsem MP kan nsem na 6 months ye beba single machine kura ni ya one block kura ni ya foundation kura yentoi ti say me pese me busa the Get Fund for say e bona mo ba be share ye no minim se sika no mo de ama contractor no onsi site biem ana se sika no na mo fa ma contractor
eno kre be bosumi nsia atwamu yi ana yehu se Drombonso man hene abodwa tatra regional minister by yempima e by education ministries ndodo na by atichiru ni ani ntima wo NDC party mu na so by ama e be bodwa wo hanu fefefe sinyankopon adom such a fan place yensusu e ba benya Allied Health Nursing Training College nti wo hene na Drombonso man e ma asase yantam e wo hanu ma na ebikra no bae wo so but ye no mo kasa ma mo ti ase ɔma release asase na ma contractor no ɛyɛ dua asase no so a yɛka sɛ at least by 2 years nanka project na wie nanso so bɛyɛ busumi nsia ne yɛhwɛ ha no ma foundation anwea kra ni ha bibie ni hanom de srede na ɛbɛto Ghana man pani anim His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sɛ project yi yenim de nti a aposo sɛ sika no aka kodi contractor no hɔ na enya maya yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ ɔne contractor no bɛkasa yɛbɛsrɛ get fund Ashanti Regional Minister say obaye no ohun sene no baye wo ha na yebodifo ne banchifo yedwini na de land na amase mfanye project no yenhu de yakonti be stress say sika no so na fan ne omunye release ya be stress get fan ne Ministry of Education say baby a fan hye bia ne die mu kotodwe mu ye be stress omun release na omun hye project na say
de meka kire omampede ne regional minister ne say adwuma na omode ba sa kira from place no adwuma no ase ya neje ho but nipa na ode adwuma no hye omode hye omonsa no omuma omani nkom ho no mu hu se adwuma no omoye adwuma no because adwuma no mu ka se 24 months ba ase sisi akwa ya twa ba 6 months
ya 6 months
nti aka
ko na February
me
na mo habi
very good nti aka ba 18 months even kura blog ba kokura mpo ni site ho nti regional minister ne mpeni for mo ni company no enhu de omoka get fund for no pese get fund direct administrator no say no krese ebia sika no na omunya release ma company na yesre na se won to ho na mo na on fast sika no ma company no na company no be share adwuma na ase because ya ni abre na nanmo a asase no omode ma ye for sa program no omani abre because pese omu se adwuma na ye de cost nti yesre administrator ne se sika no wo baabi na enka company ni sa omu for so be release sika na ma company na company no mra be ye adwuma no
enukura se since se ye to aba ya hade ndc nkoa ne teso ye gia badi inim de oye nti ye ba ye nyina nyakokoduro enya dwe se enche kura fi se ho omu hye ye bo se ma omu 24 months omu di be wi adwuma no ye se ye ko ho nyina afu se contractor no ne sikara kodi ne ho na kodi ba bi dia ena na ye sre Mahama se ba bi dia contractor no obia no nko hwe na kira kwai
besi
sambo wo ha aya wo bi atwam wa hunu se sambo da wo ho ye adwuma ho so na afui get fans for me sebo mo adawro ma wa be he ye bo ye hunu de ekro sisika no wo mo nsam wa mo mam amfa ma contractor no na o me start adwuma na maye.
Mr. President, I've been holding myself back from saying this for a while. I believe you have more perspective on governance in Ghana than any president we've ever had, and I don't say this as flattery. I say it as fact. You've been an assemblyman, a member of parliament, a minister, a vice president, a president, and then you had the opportunity to sit and watch another president govern this country for 8 years. Then history gave you something even rarer, a second chance, a legacy term, something that most leaders never receive. This track record is exactly why I'm worried, because what I see is a man who can diagnose Ghana's problems with a depth that very few leaders have. You have the language for it, you have the frameworks, you have the institutional memory. When you speak about galamsey, flooding, football, our economic challenges, I hear someone who genuinely understands the anatomy of this nation's problems. What I'm struggling to see is that same depth in the implementation, the same urgency on the ground, that same standard being enforced, the way the diagnosis is being done. And that gap is the reason why I'm recording this video. Let me be specific. We've seen flooding devastate the same communities year after year. The causes are known, the waterways are mapped out, and yet the enforcement, the actual demolition consequences, the education for citizens remains hesitant. We've seen the fight against galamsey produce the right language, the right institutions, the right frameworks, and yet just in March, civil society said, this fight is failing, intervene personally. We've watched Ghana host a continental athletic championship and have another country's sports minister order an investigation into how we treated their athletes on our soil. And we've watched more than once, in fact, in my opinion, too many times to count, public officials handle sensitive matters in ways that make people, citizens feel dismissed, ignored, belittled, And the signal from the top, the clear, unambiguous standard setting that should follow, either came quietly or didn't come at all. These are not isolated incidents. They send a signal that tells us that the person who has the perspective, the goodwill, and the freedom to chart a new standard hasn't done that in the way we would expect. And that's why I think you should spend your political capital. Mr. President, you have goodwill, genuine goodwill. Even your critics acknowledge your ability to connect with the ordinary person. You remember names. You speak well. You speak in a way that makes people understand. You have a warmth that feels rare. You also have institutional memory. That's not nothing. That is currency. But political currency is not meant to be preserved. It's meant to be spent on difficult things, on unpopular decisions, on standards that cost something to enforce, on problems that politicians are usually too afraid to touch because the people causing the problems are the very people in the same room with him. And that's what makes this different from any of your predecessors, because you're not fighting for survival. You're not calculating the next election. This is your legacy term. You're not a first-term president still learning the weight of the office. You're a man who has seen this country from every level. And by a unique turn of history, you also have a term where you can actually think beyond the next campaign, where you can think about how you leave your mark on this country. That is freedom. Freedom of this kind in Ghanaian politics is rare. And perhaps that's why my expectations are different. I don't think that we voted for management and business as usual. I think many people voted for legacy. They voted for the version of John Mahama that only this term can produce. Someone who doesn't need to please everyone. Someone who can make the call that breaks something. Someone who can look at a broken system and dismantle it, even when dismantling it inconveniences someone who's powerful. We haven't seen that yet, and we're already in 2026. Next year, this country will be swallowed by campaign politics. Every conversation will become NDC versus NPP. Every criticism will be read through the lens of politics. Every difficult decision will be harder to make and even harder to defend. That is why I say the window is open, but it won't stay open for long. So this is my appeal. Please spend your political capital, Mr. President. Spend it on difficult things. Spend it on standards. Spend it on the enforcement that everyone knows needs to happen, but no one wants to be the one to execute. Spend it on the problems that may not produce applause today, but will produce gratitude tomorrow. Because there are people who stand in a queue every 4 years and they vote. They vote because they are looking for another opportunity. They hope that this will be the time where the nation will turn around, where they will also have the opportunity to dream without being connected to someone who's powerful. And that is what I'm hoping that your legacy will do. I'm hoping that the opportunity that we have here is to turn this nation in a certain direction, because you have nothing to lose. And that may be your legacy. Thank you.